Members of the CDC's Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices are scheduled to meet today and tomorrow in Atlanta. Experts think the hepatitis B vaccine could be up for a vote, specifically when babies can get these shots. Wish TV medical expert Dr. Janelle Gordon is here with us with the facts on the vaccine. I just had a baby 8 months ago. I recall they get a shot in the hospital. This is one of those?
Yes, the hepatitis B vaccine, we do recommend for that first dose to be given as soon as the baby is born.
And then they get it a few months, beginning of their life, really?
Beginning of their life. Usually the next one would take place at that 2-month checkup, and then the third one would take place between 6 to 18 months.
So what exactly is hepatitis B?
Yes, so hepatitis B is a viral infection that can lead to chronic damage in the liver if it's not caught early enough and treated.
And how effective is this vaccine?
Hannah, I'm so glad that you asked this question since this is all the talk right now. What we know is that we typically only gave hepatitis B vaccination to adults, individuals like myself who worked in healthcare, maybe individuals who worked in tattoo parlors. Back before 1991, when the vaccine was started to be recommended for infants, there were about 18,000 cases of what we call perinatal hepatitis, or hepatitis infections that occur in infants and young children. Since then, the latest data that we have is from 2022. We only had 13 cases, and we can thank vaccination rates because of that.
Wow, so evidence is showing that this vaccine so early in children and babies is having an impact. What are some of the symptoms of hepatitis B?
Unfortunately, oftentimes infants and small children won't develop symptoms at all. If they do, it may not take place until about 90 days after exposure. Common rates of exposure are going to be from a mother to a child during labor and delivery. It can also occur as a young child, from the mother to the child, or a caregiver to a child, or even another child that is infected to a child. It can occur, like I said, in healthcare from accidental needle exposures, or even with individuals who are using needles for IV drugs.
So this might be something, if a child was exposed, gets it, the impact is later on in their life that they really feel that.
Later, and if the vaccine is contracted in infancy, there's a 95% likelihood that that will go on to be chronic hepatitis, which can unfortunately lead to cirrhosis, liver failure, and death, as opposed to an adult who might contract the virus. That may only go on to chronic hepatitis in about 5% of cases.
Getting the virus versus getting the vaccine helps deter that. If the committee votes to push back that first dose, and not right when you're in the hospital as a newborn, as a baby, will that mean, say, I just had a baby.
Yes.
As a mom, can I not get the shot for my child if I still want it?
So what we're hearing from the American Health Insurance Plan is that insurers plan to continue to cover vaccinations that have been recommended by the Advisory Committee for Immunization Practices, again, that panel of experts from the CDC, from September 1st. So that would include the current hepatitis B vaccine schedule through the end of 2026. Now, if anything changes, I surely will update the viewers, but as it stands for now, it would still be covered. And thank goodness, because we do know that if an infant starts that vaccine right after birth, they complete a 3 to 4 dose series, there is a 98% chance that they will not contract hepatitis B and unfortunately develop some of these long-term liver complications.
All right, so we're going to be watching this meeting this week.
This week, today and tomorrow in Atlanta.
All right, Dr. Gordon, thank you as always for helping educate us and understand what are sometimes complex issues. Appreciate it.